The Judicial Tribunal investigating allegations of misconduct against the Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge resumes this morning. Mbenenge stands accused of sexually harassing High Court Secretary Andiswa Mengo. Today, the defense is expected to continue cross-examining gender activist and expert witness Lisa Vetten. Our reporter Linda Mnisi is standing by for more. Very good morning to you, Linda. Speak to us about what to expect this morning, considering that yesterday Lisa Vetten was being accused of being biased, and not forgetting that there was actually opposition to her even taking to the stand.
Yeah, absolutely, Aldrin. And I mean, today we're expecting that the cross-examination will continue, and it's been along the lines of the conclusion that she reached, but more specifically around the material that she went through to reach her conclusion. You'd recall that during her evidence in chief, she indicated that she had to go through WhatsApps as well as Andiswa Mengo's evidence in chief. She further explained that because there was a bit of confusion in the WhatsApp messages, that's why she had to go through the evidence in chief. But the lawyers representing the Eastern Cape High Court Judge President Selby Mbenenge, wanting a sort of more holistic approach and asking why she did not look at the cross-examination, because this is the crux of the case, where the evidence of Andiswa Mengo is being tested to get a sense of the entire case. She also did not go through the responding affidavit because she says she wasn't given, that particular responding affidavit. Her primary role was basically to analyze the WhatsApp messages, and that is why she did not go through the cross-examination as well as the responding affidavit, which were also not furnished to her. And in those WhatsApp messages, Aldrin, you recall that these are interactions between Andiswa Mengo as well as Eastern Cape Judge President Selby Mbenenge, where there is, of course, a back and forth, and of course the conclusion that she reached. And based on her analysis, the lawyers representing the Judge President felt that she was biased and would not be able to help this particular tribunal. Take a listen.
No. She comes across as reluctant and unenthusiastic, and always busy with something else. I don't know how much clearer you can be than when you say no to somebody. And that is said a couple of times. No, that's not possible. It's not going to happen. So, you can see that there is somebody staking boundaries. And just the fact that if somebody persistently asks you for something and you don't give it to them, you don't want to. So this comes across as reluctant and unwilling and outright no.
But your analysis is not objective if you declare that your analysis is based on reading one aspect that's untested. That's all I'm saying to you.
My analysis is predominantly focused on the WhatsApps. My analysis is predominantly focused on the WhatsApps, which is what you have and what the complainant has. You will test my version under cross-examination.
No, I agree. All I'm saying is that when you don't have the totality of the record, it has an impact on the intellectual output, which is what is required here. We actually could have called anyone if we wanted views of people who sympathize with men who harass or victims who are harassed. We could have called anybody. We could have called a journalist. We could have called anybody. We called you. You were called. And we respected that you are called. Because you are going to offer us what an intellectual should offer, why you are a cut above us, it's because you read everything, including what does not make your case. That's what makes you different from us. We read what we like. We discard what we don't.
Well, that's Advocate Moses Kakane there, cutting through the evidence of Dr. Lisa Vetten, Aldrin, saying that she did not have a full picture of the evidence that is presented here. Also taking her through the criteria, really, of an expert evidence and how they're meant to assist tribunals. They're of the view that she is not able to assist this tribunal because she's expected to give objective evidence, evidence that does not necessarily favor any party, but evidence that really helps the tribunal reach a conclusion in the disputed facts in this particular case. So the cross-examination is expected to continue this morning. She's back on the witness stand and is expected to be the last witness of the evidence leader.